Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for February 1st, 2013. Of course, it's Friday. We're getting ready for the weekend, and it's a big weekend at that with the Super Bowl on the way for this Sunday. Are we going to see some snow? Possibly just a little bit, nothing major. Already this morning, we do have some light snow over southern New Jersey and portions of the Philadelphia metro as a weak clipper is passing by, producing some snow showers and some light snow. No major accumulations, but certainly when you're driving around with the rush hour, any bit of snow could create some slick road conditions. Otherwise, the rest of the northern mid-Atlantic is, well, dry and cold. Much colder than what it was yesterday. We have temperatures in the upper teens to lower 20s over the northern interior, mid to upper 20s just north and west of the major cities and the coast, and upper 20s to lower 30s along the coastline. Of course, colder temperatures are found where it is actually snowing, where temperatures fall down back to the upper 20s. Earlier it was around 30 degrees in Atlantic City. So we're seeing the snow flying here, and when we take a look at the radar from WeatherTap, you can clearly see an area low pressure moving right off the coast and a little bit of light to moderate snow picking up over southern and portions of central New Jersey, basically from central Monmouth County on south through Cape May County and clipping just portions of Philadelphia. Now we see a few snow showers here and they are popping up throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, north and west of this main band. And that's pretty much what we can expect for today. A few snow showers here and there. This steady light snow is going to exit out into the Atlantic. Those of you on the southern side of Long Island could get clipped by this as well with a brief period of light snow. Again, this is not a major event here. We're talking about coating to maybe 2 inches at most. It's going to be a fast-moving low-pressure system, not a major impact. And then the snow showers that are developing over the northern tier are more associated with the lake effect snow gun setting off over portions of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie that is basically shooting off the Great Lakes and transporting itself over northeastern Pennsylvania and portions of Connecticut. So overall, not really that big of a deal as far as this low pressure system. Now, when we take a look at the infrared satellite picture, you can see this low pressure system, and you can see as it's starting to interact with the Atlantic Ocean, we see a little bit more of an increase in lifting right along the coast with, see this blue area right here. But as you can see, it's moving pretty quickly. There's nothing really to block up this pattern. And that's pretty much going to be the theme over the next 7 days, where these disturbances are going to rapidly move from the northern plains down towards the southern mid-Atlantic, move off the New Jersey coast, burst a little bit of snow on us, and then exit right out into the Atlantic. No major storms because the low pressure systems can't slow down to actually develop and intensify. By the time they do intensify, they're already in the Canadian Maritimes, setting up yet another wave of clippers thereafter. When we take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, we can see this pretty nicely actually. We have one monster storm sitting up in the northern Atlantic here. This will remain out here and keep on pinwheeling around. We have another strong low pressure system lifting up towards Greenland. Now this low pressure system was the clipper that moved through about 48 hours ago with a strong cold front. Low pressure system bombed out over Quebec and lifted north and east towards Greenland. And you can see the influence of that with a nice deep trough setting up over the eastern two-thirds of the nation. Now here's our subtropical jet stream. As I've been talking about with my premium members, that we're moving into more of an enhanced phase with the subtropical jet stream, with more convection developing around the dateline, and we're starting to see that influence already with all this moisture pulling over portions of the tropical Pacific. This moisture is going to start to become an influence on our weather pattern. How? We have to wait and see. There's a lot of different, let's say, solutions that could transpire out here over the next 28 days. That could be rather interesting for many locations up and down the East Coast. We're going to keep an eye on all this moisture. But for right now, the pattern that we have in place, because we don't have any high latitude blocking setting up around 50 north and 50 west, these disturbances, this one here, this one here, this one here, all dive south and east through the northern plains, towards the mid-Mississippi River Valley, towards the Tennessee and Ohio River Valleys, then towards the mid-Atlantic and out into the Atlantic. Very progressive pattern. producing periods of snow showers at times. The next round will probably be on Sunday with some light snow and snow showers, and then again on Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then again on Friday night into Saturday. These clippers just keep on moving on through. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance from the Penn State eBall website, an excellent website for all your model needs. This is the European model guidance, which is doing very well with this weather pattern, by the way. Now you can see for this evening, our clipper exits out into the Atlantic, develops nicely. It really starts to blossom here over the Canadian Maritimes here. But again, it's moving too fast, so it really can't produce any significant major heavy snowfall for the East Coast because it exits before it's able to actually organize itself. So we get some snow showers and it exits out. Tonight through tomorrow should be dry with basically cold conditions, temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s throughout the entire Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. So yes, winter is back. I wouldn't rule out a flurry here or there, honestly, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. Sunday, here's our other disturbance. Now again, if we had any type of high latitude blocking, this could be a big storm, but there isn't any. So as a result, we end up with a light snowfall at worst on Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening, looking anywhere from maybe a trace to as much as 3 inches of snow, especially right along the coast. This is some really impressive upper level lifting here. Okay, you have a negatively tilted trough, a very strong disturbance, but there's nothing to slow it down. So as a result, by the time it really blows up, which we'll see in the next phase, it just doesn't have the time to drop any snow over the northern mid-Atlantic. So it exits out, and you can see it just explode over the Canadian Maritimes, becomes a major blizzard up there. But for us, it's not really that big of a deal. So Monday we move on through. We have a few scattered snow showers again on Monday, nothing major. Temperatures in the upper 20s to mid 30s for highs, upper teens to mid 20s for lows. And then for the rest of the week, we continue in this same type of pattern with these clippers moving through. Here we have another one Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. It's a rapidly moving disturbance. By the time we get into Wednesday evening, that disturbance is well out in the Atlantic. So look for snow showers again Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, coating to 3 inches at most, not a big deal. Exits out into the Atlantic, and then here we have with another one setting up just in time for Friday into Saturday. Here we are on Thursday, it's dry but chilly, and then here we have the other one for Friday night into Saturday. It exits out basically over southern New Jersey, producing more scattered snow showers. So no major storms because we don't have the high latitude blocking needed over the Atlantic to slow all these storms down. Consider it like a traffic cop, and right now the light is green, and that green light basically means these disturbances move from the northern plains to the mid-Atlantic coast and exit out in the Atlantic with no pit stops, no waiting time period, and therefore no chance for any intensification. So that is the forecast for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. I hope everyone has an enjoyable Super Bowl weekend. Don't eat too many hot dogs, those little hot dogs you don't want to get a stomach ache, and be safe out there.